All right, guys. Wanda's going to try from. We got 3 Flex agents, guys. We're going to be talking today and going through a pipeline review. So listen in. So today, guys, what we're going to do is the pipeline review that we're doing today is more of a workflow process. So we'll do like the metrics and stuff like that, and our next pipeline review. But this pipeline review, I want to show you the framework. And what we're doing is we're going to take the last 3 Flex clients that you met, and we just want to make sure that your systems or your processes are organized, right? And at the standard. So if there's a gap, then I just want you to write down what the gap is. And then that's where you and I'm going to show you guys what we did is in your FUB account, guys, we're going to use that for your coaching notes, right? So Itsu, Kaden, and Wanda, when you go in your FUB and you type in, my name is going to be a contact. So we got our VAs doing that already. So my name is going to be one of the contacts in your FUB. It's going to say Ron is the first name, Hutchison dash, and then it's going to say your name. So every time we do a session, I'm going to go ahead and put it in your notes under my contact name. And then me and you can have dialogue inside that FUB on a consistent basis. And that's where all your coaching notes are going to be moving forward. Okay. It's going to be in your FUB, right? And so throughout the week, if you have some issues that you're discussing, you just put it in the notes and I'll be able to see those. And then when we do our next pipeline review, I'll be able to kind of see some of the issues that you're having. Fair enough? All right. So we know that the goal is, I want you to check your phones right now, guys, and let me know, are you green, yellow, or are you red? So Itsu, what are you? Are you green, yellow, or red? Let me know what you are.
In what?
I'm sorry, on the Flex performance?
Yeah, on your Flex performance. So go into the Flex reporting and you'll see if you are.
I'm doing that right now.
Darcy says she's yellow. All right, Darcy, we got to get you up to green. All right, because that's where you're going to get the most connections. Wanda, hey, we got you on.
Oh my gosh.
Wanda, I'm going to drive to your house and we're going to sit in that computer and we're going to figure it out. All right.
I think I just had too many windows open.
Yeah. All right. So what we're doing right now, guys, I just want to know where you are. You know, are you red, green, or yellow? So Darcy's yellow. Itsu, what are you?
Mine is loading. It's not pulling up for me. I don't know if you can tell.
I can go in and look at yours in a minute. Kaden, what are you?
Okay.
Yellow?
I'm yellow.
You're yellow?
Mm-hmm.
Wanda, what are you? You don't know how to look at, you're on your phone, so just hold on.
I'm green.
I'll get yours.
I'm green. I got it. I got it on the other thing.
Oh, you green. All right,
Yeah.
Awesome. So you're focused. So guys, so remember, the goal is I'm going to show you how to build a pipeline that's going to do one thing. It's going to help you consistently have on a standard in 90 days, 3 deals on the contract, 3 pre-approvals. That's the standard, right? To remain getting active leads. I want to get you to the green, or what I call in my world, the Flex Pro status, where in 90 days, you're averaging 2 deals a month under contract and 2 deals that are pre-approved. That's when you get to the Flex Pro status. So let me just show you the framework on how we're going to get there. So I'm going to be asking you guys questions, and then we'll go from there. But let me just show you the framework real quick, and then we're going to talk about the workflow. So today we're not going over the metrics. We're just going over the workflow process, right? I'm going to share my screen, and just give me a thumbs up if you can see it. You guys are there? Can you see it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we see it.
Okay, so the first thing we're going to focus on is your lead sources, right? So I want you guys to think of this, right? I want you to think about there's the Flex ecosystem that you can have your 3 lead sources from, or we can have outside sources, right? And so let's just talk about the Flex ecosystem, right? And getting leads. You can count inbound and tour as a lead source. So let's define a lead source. A lead source is 3, 5 contacts, names and numbers every single month going into your CRM. If you have less than 5, it's not now 5 over a 3-month period. If you have less than 5, you're still developing your lead source. If you have 5 averaging over 3 months or more, we can count it as a lead source here. So let's look at the Flex ecosystem. You have the inbound and outbound, the inbound and real-time tours. That's only one source. So we're just, all the Flex that's just one source, whether you're getting real time or live. So if you are getting averaging 5 over the last 3 months, is that a lead source for you? Yes or no?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. The next ecosystem is the pond. If you are calling in the pond and you're transferring names from the pond to your name and you're putting 5 new contacts into your CRM, into your name, you can count that as a lead source. If you're not, then you're just developing it. Do you have a second lead source? Yes or no?
Yes.
Yes. Wanda's yes. Kaden?
Yes.
So you got Itsu? No.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I was muted.
Yes. Darcy?
Yes.
Yes, we do.
So what I'm saying is, so if I look in your follow-up boss right now, in the month of October, I will see that you transferred 5 people from the pond to your name that you've already spoke to and you're going to be working with because you got them out of the pond. Right? Is that true or false?
No, false.
Okay,
Yes.
so that means so who said yes?
Me. I transferred one yesterday from
No,
the pond.
So in the last 3 months, if I look in your follow-up boss, what I see, you're averaging 5 taking from the pond every single month, putting in your name. Yes or no?
No.
No.
No, I don't
No.
So
think
you cannot count that as a lead source. You're still developing. Now, I can give you some skills to get it up to that 5, but just put that as your gap. So write that down. That's one of your gaps that we got to focus on. The third ecosystem in the Flex is Flex referrals. These are not particularly clients you've already closed. These are clients that are in your pipeline that you've asking if they have any clients or any family, friends, coworkers that they can refer you to or introduce you to. Has anybody have a consistent 5 that they're getting from their pipeline, not closed, their active pipeline? So who said, Darcy, you said no?
I only have one.
Okay, so that's a skill set. So we do our role play training every Thursday. So that's a skill set that you need to learn. So that's another gap I want you to put down in there. Wanda, what about you? Yes or no?
I only have one, so no.
Kaden?
No, I don't have any Flex referrals. No.
Okay, so Itsu.
I have a couple,
5 a
but
month.
I'm not
Yes or
consistent.
no? No, okay, so you're
No.
not. So everybody really only has one lead source from the Flex ecosystem, and that's the gap that we need to fix, right? We all agree to that.
Yes.
Okay. Do you have anything outside of Flex, open houses, other lead sources that you are getting 5 contacts a month coming into your database that you can eventually call, set appointments with, averaging 5 a month? Because does anybody else?
I'm at an average of 5 now.
Yes.
Who said yes?
Hayden.
Which lead source are you using?
TikTok.
Just one. So
Oh.
social media.
Social media. Yeah.
So if I look in your database in follow-up, because everything is in follow-up, boss. You cannot say something and I can't track it.
Well, I've been okay. Wait, let me say this. I haven't been putting their names in there
Doesn't
and
count. Doesn't count.
Okay, well,
Let me
just
tell
the
you
one
why.
that's we about to close.
So here's the thing. Here's the thing, Kaden. I love that you're doing it, but now we just got to transfer it to the follow-up boss.
Okay.
Because once you get to the next level and you get to our team that does the ISAs, we have virtual assistants that we train for Flex. Once you start doing enough and you make it enough money, you can hire one of our Flex VAs, but they're not going to know what to do if it's not in Follow Boss. So our system is designed so when you get to a level, you can hire one of our VAs, and our VAs will just be able to go in and do exactly to free up time for you. I'm teaching you how to build a system.
Okay.
Right. So the challenge, the gap that you have today is that none of you have 3 lead sources that's generating. Now, the reason we need 3 lead sources of leads coming in, because here's the thing that we want to do. I want to make sure that every single month you have 10 to 15 new appointments from your leads every single month. So I can go in your Follow-Up Boss and we can look at your appointments and we can find out if you are scheduling a minimum of 10. And I say 10 to 15 because it depends on your lead sources. So if you were to, and I know you guys you're not on your Follow-Up Boss, but let's just do a guesstimate, right? It's the 15th of the month. How many net new appointments were scheduled in your calendar for new clients? Not that you met them, because a lot of agents confuse scheduled appointment with that they met them at an appointment. This is just scheduling them on your calendar. How many net new appointments from your lead sources this month did you set an appointment with? How many would you guess? Because we can go on your Follow-Up Boss, but
I'm sorry, say that again, bro.
today is the 15th.
Mm-hmm.
So we know you only got 1 lead source, which is Zillow Flex, inbound and real-time tours.
Uh-huh.
Right? So so far I can say, right, last month, so month to date, you only got 3. So I know you just mentioned that you don't have other lead sources. So how many new appointments were scheduled with buyers this month so far?
How many new appointments, like first time seeing them?
First time scheduling them. Don't think about visual. Just think about computer. I'm just setting the appointment. That's all I'm doing right now. How many were set?
I have 8.
So, Fran, you got 8. All right. Itsu, how many you
Not
have?
sure. I'm not sure for this month alone.
This month alone. We got to fix that.
It's only the 15th too. So
only 15. So we gotta make sure that we're on track for a number of appointments scheduled. Kaden, how many would you say?
Mine says 6.
6. Okay, you got 6. And again, real-time tours count, right? But I'm also going to check your real-time tours that you've called them back to confirm. So when I'm looking in your Follow-Up Boss, we're making sure that you're not just texting them and saying, hey, okay, we're going to meet at 2 o'clock. I need to see a call back that you went in there and called that customer back. If you haven't called them back, we don't count that as an appointment. So that's one of the workflow processes that you have to do. So I want you to look in your Follow-Up Boss or write it down for now, because we're just doing a group training. I can't get to everyone. So I want you to write in your Follow-Up Boss. And if you're not getting Flex and you're getting other lead sources, it's the same process, right? Because some of you are getting Home Light, some of you are getting other lead sources, and you're just confirming it through a text. We can't do that. And we're just doing a workflow process, but we'll do the skill stuff later. I'll show you the verbiage and all this stuff you got to do on the next pipeline review. So Kaden, Wanda, how many have you scheduled?
I have 7, but I have a question. The one of the 7, I didn't actually call him because his number is blocked. So we text back and forth and confirm. I actually met with him.
Okay, good. So we'll count that. Okay. Darcy.
To be honest, 2.
2. Okay. So let me give you the standard, guys. 3 a week is the minimum.
Wow.
because you'll have 12 at the end of the month. 3, 6, 9, 12. Schedule. I'm not saying you met with them. I'm just saying if I look at your calendar, we're doing a pipeline review, and I don't see consistently, you're doing an average of 3, because sometimes you might do 1 or 2, but at the end of the month, it might all total up to 10 to 12 or 10 to 15. That makes sense?
Yeah.
Okay. So now we're going to ask another question, right? Now, I asked all of you guys to bring your last 3 clients that you actually met with, because I have some questions for you, right? So again, all I'm focusing on is your workflow process, right? I just want to know what happened with that client. So everybody pull out, or just get in your mind your last 3 clients that you met with. And I'm going to change the sheet, and I'm going to ask some questions for those clients that you actually met with, right?
Okay.
So as you can see this process, I want to know the outcome. So when you met with the client, right? And I'm going to change the screen, right? And I'm going to show a different screen. I'm going to show this tracker. And if you want this tracker, I'm going to send it to you guys afterwards. So you remember this. This tracker is my trademark. It really kind of helps a new agent get the right habits. So we put guardrails up so they don't go outside the guardrails, and it helps them to have a lot of success when they're building their pipeline, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right. So when you I want you to think about these 3 clients that you met. When you scheduled the appointment with them, did you or did you not text a video introducing yourself after that call? On the 3, give me 1, 2, 0, 1, 2, or 3. Itzel, 0. Kaden,
No.
0. Wanda,
0.
0. Fran.
I'm lost. I'm sorry.
When you met your clients, or you scheduled your clients on the phone, those 8 that you said you scheduled, did you text a personal video and sent to your client?
Absolutely, yes.
Okay, so all 8. Great job. Darcy, did you? Yes or no?
Oh, no.
Write it down, Darcy. That's a gap we got to fix. And I'm not going to explain to you why. We'll talk about that another time, just for time purposes, right? I'm gonna skip some questions because of time, right? When you actually met your client, how many homes did you show on the first visit? And all you got to do with your 3 clients is go 1, 1, 2, 2, 2, 3, 3, 3, 3, 3, 4, 4, 5. I don't need to know the names of the clients. Just give me the numbers. For Itzel, you go first. How many homes did you show on the first visit?
And this is for my last 3 clients.
Last 3 clients.
I can't remember the exact number, but I've been showing multiple houses for every client. I would say for the past couple months, or that's my goal too.
Okay. So
the last 3 for sure, more than 1 or 2, or more than 2.
All right. So Kaden, just give me the numbers. 2, 2, 1, 1, 1, 2. Give me the
3, 1,
numbers.
2. 3, 1,
3,
2.
1, 2. Wanda.
This is gonna be ridiculous. 5, 7, and 10.
What?
No, but the 7 and the 10, they need to move. They need to be down here in their new house by January.
What?
Yeah,
Awesome.
it's crazy.
Awesome. Okay. So you really built some relationships with them, right?
Oh, we friends. I'm coming to the housewarming.
So
That's
guys,
it.
what is the average that you need to show a client on the first visit?
3.
Anybody know?
3.
3. All right, you got that. All right. So Fran, what's your numbers?
3, 2, 3.
3, 2, 3. Good job. Darcy.
3, 2, 1.
3, 2, 1. All right. So the next question I want to ask is, did you get the time frame from the client? So out of the 3 that you had, just do all 3 2 out of 3, 1 out of 3, or 0 out of 3? Right. Itsu, did you get the time frame from all your clients?
The last 3 are 0, 3 months.
Okay, so all of them you got the time frame. So 3 out of 3.
Yes.
Awesome. If I look in your follow-up, boss, would they have the time frames on them? Yes or no?
I'm hoping yes. With follow-up bonds, it's tricky. It kind of changes on its own, even if I set it to a certain.
You know what? That is a glitch issue that we just set up to FUB. So thank you for sharing that. So if you saw that your stuff changes, we're trying to figure out what's going on with that. Caden, did you get the time frames and you made the change in follow-up, boss?
Yeah, I was going to say it does changes on its own, but yes, I do. I make sure that I put it in there.
Okay. Wanda.
Yep.
You got them all in FUB?
Everybody's there.
Okay. Fran?
No.
Did you didn't add your time frames? Okay. So make sure you add the time frames. So it's 0 to 3, 3 to 6, 6 to 9, 12 plus, and no plans. If you discussed it with them and they're like, I don't know, blah, 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 just go ahead and put no plans, because I'm going to show you how to build a campaign of the ones with the no plans. Darcy, yes or no?
Yes, 3 out of 3.
3 out of 3. Awesome. All right. Now, here's the ultimate question that we're going to ask, right? And look at the drop downs, right? Now, we call this the driveway conversation. When you're ending the tour after 1 home, 2 homes, or in your case, 1 to 10 homes, right? And we're going to talk about the financing question in a minute, but let's just put that to the side for a second. If they did not decide to move forward on a house, did you talk to the client about your value proposition for yourself and or your team, and you asked a closing commitment question for them to work with you, no matter how you phrased it? That question has to end with a yes, no, or maybe. For an example, Mr. and Mrs. Client, Ron Hutchison, I do this, I do that. I've been in business, blah, blah, blah. I know this area, my team, blah, blah, blah. We did X amount, thousands of customers, blah, blah, blah. If I'm going to work for you, communicate with you, blah, blah, blah. Would you allow me to be your agent? If we could do all these things, would you allow me to be your agent moving forward? Would you allow me to put the keys in your hand to your next home? And paused and waited for a closing response. It's either yes, no, or maybe. So when you come back to your trainer or to your coach and we go, how did it go? You're going to tell me, oh, we went here, we went there. They like this and like that. And I go, okay, that's all great. But did you ask the closing commitment question? Yes or no? And that is what I call a verbal by a broker's agreement. And when they say yes, you shake their hand. It's confirmed. And then you could talk about scheduling the next appointments and all that other stuff. But they got to say yes to you first. Your last 3 clients, did 1 out of 2, 2 out of 3, 3 out of 3, or 0 out of 3? Itsu. 2 out of 3.
2, yeah.
Okay. Caden, 3 out of 3, 2 out of 3, 0 out of 3, or 1 out of 3?
3 out of 3.
You asked a closing commitment question and they all said, what was the responses?
They all wanted me to work with them, and 1 we just put an offer in.
Okay, good job. All right, we're going to get to that, right? We're just talking about the workflow process so far. Wanda.
3 out of 3.
3 out of 3. What did they say? Yes, no, maybe?
Yes.
Or
How they gonna say no? Yes.
They all said yes?
Yes, of course they said yes.
Fran, the 3 that you met with, did you ask the closing commitment question?
Yes.
And a 3 out of 3? 3 out of 3?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
All right, y'all all got some good ones going to work with you. Okay. So, Darcy, I'm assuming you didn't ask that question because you're not on my training.
1 out of 3.
1 out of 3. What happened with the other two?
To be honest, the vibe. 1 was a virtual showing, and then the other one, I felt the vibe was kind of off.
Mm-hmm.
So like I didn't want to, asked them.
Okay.
Like, I don't know, I can feel the vibe, and like the one I did ask, you know, they had good vibe, like we had good connection, and I felt comfortable.
Got it. Okay. So there's some training that we got to talk to you about there, right? So that's a gap that we got to close because you got to ask everyone, right? On that one. All right, next question. Your last 3 clients, the next meeting scheduled before you got to your house. It's in your fob and it's scheduled. Did you schedule the next meeting in front of the client on your phone, on your fob? 0 out of 3, 1 out of 3, 2 out of 3. If you scheduled it after, it doesn't count. You have to schedule it in front of the client. Itsu, your last 3 clients, did you schedule the next meeting, whether it's a phone call, whether it's a Zoom, whether it's meeting at McDonald's, Starbucks, at the next property, whatever it is, did you do it in front of the client? How many out of 3?
I did 2, really, because they wanted their partners to come back and see a certain property, and one of them was like a listing appointment, actually. So
if I go in your follow-up, boss, those 3 clients, we will see the appointment scheduled in follow-up, boss. Yes?
not in follow.
It's not. It doesn't count. Doesn't count.
Yeah.
So we got to make that change, guys. It has to be in follow-up, boss, because you know why? That trigger is going to remind them. And I don't want you guys to forget and then put it in the car. I want your clients to get the text right away. And I want you to show them your value that you're on it, right? We got the 5th at 2 o'clock. Boom, it's on my calendar schedule. You got it. It should send them an email. They'll get it. Yep, I got it. No confusion. Kaden, 0 out of 3, 1 out of 3, 2 out of 3, or 3 out of 3 in front of the client.
2 out of 3.
2 out of 3. So if I go on your follow-up, boss, I will see the appointment of those 2 clients that have a scheduled appointment and follow-up, boss. Yes or no?
You will.
You will? Awesome. Good job, Kaden. Loving it. Loving it. All right, Wanda, talk to me.
I got a donut egg on that one.
You got a donut. All right, so that's a gap you need to close.
Yeah,
You gotta close that gap,
I mean,
right? Gotta close
yeah,
that
yes,
gap.
absolutely,
But
absolutely.
Wanda, tell me, why do you think it's important to do it in front of the client? Why do you think it's important?
They automatically feel obligated to it. We all on the same page. We know exactly what's going to happen next. There's no guesswork.
Yep.
I mean, I'm going to call you later, and I know I'm going to call you later. I just didn't say, okay, I'm going to call you at this time on this day, and here's the appointment.
And you know why we do that for your time's sake? Why do we do it and put it on the calendar for your clients? Your brain is so full with so much information.
Mm-hmm.
You got to put it down, because as you start to get the 4 or 5 clients a month, there's no way you're going to remember all this stuff.
You are absolutely right about that. Absolutely right about that.
And then when you get to the point when you hire a flex VA, and if the client has to reschedule and they send an email or text to reschedule, guess who can handle it?
The VA person.
The VA can handle it. But if you forget to put it in there, then the VA, you're gonna be chasing your clients, and we don't want you to chase anyone in your pipeline. We want you to build. We want all your clients to have an appointment. That's a whole nother training we'll talk about as well. Fran, what you got? 3 out of 3, 2 out of 3, 0 out of 3. That you actually scheduled the next meeting in front of the client.
3 out of 3.
3 out of 3. All right, and it's in your FUB.
Yep.
Awesome. All right, Darcy, talk to me. What we got?
0 out of 3.
0 out of 3. All right. So put that as a training that we got to put in our next. We got to close those. Okay. All right. So we got that. So let's talk about money, right? And those of you who want to stay in green, we got to make sure that we are sending those deals over to ZHL, or if you have a preferred partner with other lead sources, you want to make sure that you're sending those leads over to your preferred partner. I'm assuming your team lead or your broker probably have some type of relationship, and that's why you're probably getting some of the leads or more leads. So we want to make sure that we support our lending partners. So I'm going to ask a little bit of different question on this one, right? The first question I'm going to ask is, out of the 3 that you met with, how many needed financing? Let's talk about that first. Out of the 3 that you met with, how many needed financing? 1 out of 3, 0 out of 3, 2 out of 3, and then there's a 2-part question to this.
All of them, 3 out of 3.
Okay, Wanda, you're 3 out of 3. Okay. Etsu?
2 out of 3.
2 out of 3. Kaden?
Only 2 out of 3.
2 out of 3. Okay, so 2, 2, 3. Fran?
2 out of 3.
2 out of 3. Darcy?
2 out of 3.
2 out of 3. Okay, so here's my next question. Out of the 2, or whatever the ones you said, how many were sent to your preferred partner? If you're Flex, the ZHL, how many were sent to transferred over?
2.
2. Okay. Well, Kaden?
Only 1.
Only 1. So what happened with the other one?
It didn't end well. He ended up telling the truth at the end that he had a agent, and he showed me that he had an agent. So
okay, that's fair. That's fair. Itsu?
2 were sent.
2%. Okay, Fran, to your preferred. I know you're not with Zillow, but who's your preferred lender? How many were sent to your preferred lender?
2.
That day? Okay, Darcy.
1.
Okay, so you said 2 needed financing, right? What happened with the other one?
The other one is a Spanish speaking person, and I don't know, CHL doesn't have somebody that speaks Spanish, like really good Spanish.
So who did you send them to?
I have another lender that I work with.
Okay, so they were sent to the other preferred partner.
Yes. Oh, okay, a preferred partner. Yes.
Okay,
Not CHL.
that works. Okay, that works. All right, so that is so now I'm going to go back to this screen, right? And again, I'm going to look at the pipeline, and we're going to talk about another subject real quick. So we just kind of went over this process here. And now that these clients, you've met them and they're actually in your pipeline, the goal is to get 25 to 50 of those in your pipeline as fast as possible. So Kaden, Wanda, you guys are new. Darcy, I'm not sure how new you are, but in 90 days or a little over, we want to make sure that you have a minimum of 25 active clients that you have talked to that want to buy, sell, or invest with you, right? In the last 18, they want to buy, sell, invest in 18 months, 12 months or less, right? So when you're putting them in these categories of the time frames, that will be able to help you to predict your income, because these are active people that said yes to you verbally, that they're going to be working with you and helping you, and you're going to help them to in their real estate needs. Now, here's the question. How many, now most of you that are working with me, we tag them top 50. So if they are going to work with you, you tag them top 50. If they're not, we're not tagging them. We're still working with them in the database to see if we can get them over to your pipeline. The pipeline is only people who are actively said, you are my agent. I am going to buy, sell, or invest a property with you in the next 18 months or less. They've already agreed to work with you. I don't need a written agreement. I just need a handshake that we're going to work together. And the second thing is they're communicating with you. So if you pick up the phone and you got their appointment scheduled next, whether they're buying a home in 12 months because they're moving from the north to the south, and you're communicating with them every month, and they pick up the phone or they answer your text and they're like, yep, I got it, and you're talking to them, that is a active lead in your pipeline. So here's the question. How many active people are in your pipeline? Itsu.
For my top 50, I think I have 26 right now.
26. Good job. Great job. And how many in that 26 are in your 0 to 3 months?
Let me double check because, like I said, it changes sometimes.
Go
Right
double
now,
check that real quick.
yeah,
I'll
right
get
now.
back to you. Kaden,
Okay.
how many people in your top 50, or for some of the people who don't know, we're just going to say people in your pipeline that you have tagged top 50. How many so far? You're new. You just started with us.
35, but I'm not sure how many is 0 to 3 and 3. I have no idea.
Okay, so I'll show you how to do that. Okay, but so you have 35 that if I call any one of those 35, they're like, oh yeah, Caden's our realtor. We're gonna be buying a home with her. Yes or no?
I don't know. I mean, I didn't know that's not how it started. I mean, they've been in there for a while.
Okay, so I need to help you clean that up.
Okay.
If you were to guesstimate
Mm-hmm.
all the people who are going to work with you in the
Mm.
next 18 months, and you have consistent communication with them, and they agree that you're going to be their agent, how many would you say? Would you guess?
Let's say 25 because let's just say 25. We'll go into why I say that later. Yeah.
So put this down in your coaching notes.
Okay.
You have to learn. You have to know the accurate number. You know
Okay.
why?
Mm-hmm.
Because we need to forecast your income.
Okay.
Because I need to make sure that, because when we do these categories, we can forecast your income based off of these categories, these time frames.
Yeah, I need to clean it up and start over. I mean,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, because so your pipeline needs to be healthy. It's like it got a lot of junk in it, right?
It's definitely not healthy.
A lot of Dunkin' Donuts and Cheetos and all that. We got to get healthy with some
It got some
celery,
greens in there.
some greens in
but
there.
not a lot.
Yeah, once in a while you can have. So that's why you can have 80%, but we got to make sure we get accurate. All right, Wanda, what you got?
In the top 50, 42.
Yeah. 42.
And 9 in the next 3 months.
9 in the next 3 months. So you're building it fast. So again, these all 42 have agreed to work with you.
Yep.
And yet all communicating with you.
1 or 2 I haven't heard from in a while, but I probably just need to give them a call.
Okay, right. And so we want, and so those last 2, what are they time frames?
They are 6 to 9 months and 12 months plus.
12 months plus. Okay. All right, we got to make sure, because I'm going to show you how to forecast your income and making sure that so you're at a position right now, Wanda, if you maintain this level, if we look at that pipeline and it's active, like you're saying, because you closed how many in the last 2 months?
What do you mean closed? I have
deals
5
on
contracts.
Deals on the contract, I'm sorry, so far.
5.
5, okay. And you just started 2 months ago, right?
Yes.
2-3 months ago. So if you maintain this pipeline level, and if it is what you say it is, and guys, it should be 25 to 50 in your 0 to 3 months. Anybody know the number? How many should be in your 0 to 3 months?
3 to 5.
5 to 7. So you should know that number.
Oh, 0 to 5 to 7. I didn't even know.
Yeah, you should have 5 to 7 in your 0 to 3 months at all times, at any snapshot, whether they come out closing or they fall out. If I have a snapshot, it should be 3 to 5. 5 to 7, and your pipeline should be 25 to 50 active that are working with you, and that will get you a consistent, at least one deal. It should get you more, but one deal. And Wanda, you're showing proof of it, right? Because you started with this and you started following the process. Fred, what you got? What's your active pipeline look like? How many?
For the top
Top 50, how many?
Oh, I'm sorry. I have 15.
15, okay. So we got some work to do.
Yes.
All right, Darcy?
I have 10 on my top 50, and 3 are 3 to 6 months.
3 to 6 months. Okay. When do you think you could get to 25? So if you see this, the only way you can fill your pipeline up to 25 is this side. You're not getting enough leads coming in to fill your pipeline up. So we already figured out that you don't have enough lead sources. So it's all one thing together. But I need you to see why you are inconsistently by showing you this, right? And being able to show you why you don't have consistent deals going on a contract with your Flex every single month, because your lead sources, you don't have enough leads going in to set appointments. Does that make sense?
Yes, it makes sense.
All right, so all right, I'm gonna stop here, and I'm just gonna do a Q&A, and have any questions that you guys had, any challenges or anything like that weird. You want to give some recognition, tell me what you did good or some. So I'll start with, I'm not gonna go to you, Itzel, first. I'll start with you, Darcy. Last 15 minutes, I'm just gonna do a Q&A and be able to help anyone that had any issues, or if you want to do some recognition or you did something great. Darcy, you're first.
A question. How do you deal with those? How do you know if it's worth it to go on that appointment? Like, when you first get that call, because you have some people that they're just gonna keep you and keep you, sending you properties and have you, like, how do you, I don't know how to explain it. How do you, like, figure that out, like a tip, like, I don't know.
Okay, so let's open that up to the audience or to people in the panel. Anybody want to share
Experience.
first before I give a comment? Anybody want to share?
Make them confirm, I guess.
So I think her question, Kaden, is Darcy, if I'm answering this correctly or saying it correctly, you get a call, you do confirm it, but is it worth it to go out and actually show them? That's what she's saying.
Well, that's where the conversation comes in. You pick up the phone and talk to them.
Okay,
ask them that question. What's going on? How you doing? What's going on?
So
what has you
do that
looking
on the
to
second
find
call.
the motivation?
Right. So that could be a issue with your skill set on your first initial call. So when you're role playing your call in either the second call, let me ask you this question, Darcy. What was their why? What was their motivation?
ALM.
Yeah. So why are they looking?
Because they want to buy a house. They don't want to keep renting. They don't want to keep paying rent. That's one of my clients.
Okay, so they don't want to keep paying rent. So when you call them back to confirm the appointment, did you get any deeper conversations of the motivation? That could be, now it's not a perfect science, because again, that's why we have percentages, because we know customers are gonna bullshit us, right? And so we know every person we meet with, we're gonna get some duds out there. But I like Wanda's response is just having that second conversation and digging a little bit into their motivation is well too. And then you remember, off the Zillow call, when you do the second call, you can ask a lot more questions. Now, what I would suggest, Darcy, is that you do that in your FUB. So let's say you call a guy and you're talking to him and you bring that to training and you're like, hey, listen to this call. Like, did I do it right? Like, was this guy like worth it or not? And then we can listen to the call. If you do it outside of FUB, we can't hear it. So we don't know how to give you coaching feedback. So are you calling inside your FUB? Good. Awesome. All right. Anybody else? So Fran, any questions, comments, successes? Last 2 weeks.
No. I mean, I'm on the contract.
Okay. You got a deal on the contract this week?
No.
Okay. We talking about this week because we got stuff going on every week. So any questions you have for me? Any obstacles you're going through? Huh? Okay. Wanda, what you got?
Closing next week. Yay.
Yay. All right. Good job.
Finally. I do had an offer out, but I think we're going to decline we're declining their counter.
Okay. Okay. So you and I need to talk because you're going to get super busy, and I don't want to see you go into the hole, right? Because you're getting content. So I want to show you how to organize on your phone.
Yes, that's what I need. That's
Yeah.
what I need right there.
Yo, you and I we'll connect, Wanda, because I'll show you how to do that so that you can stay ahead of what the next 10 to 15 connections coming in. Because a lot of people pause themselves and like, oh, I can't take any more leads.
Yeah, that's a fact.
It's like, yeah, I'll show you how to organize that.
Okay.
All right, Kaden. Successes or obstacles or both? What do you want to share?
So I have a closing coming up on the 22nd, which was a personal, and my first flex call. We're going under contract, so I need more. That's the main thing. I need more calls.
I got you, Kaden. I got you. We'll get you. So we got to get you. We got to get you in the green.
Yeah, because it's hard when I don't. It's hard when I don't get calls. But
hey! Listen. Okay. Hold on, guys. Hold on.
Okay.
How many lead sources do you have?
You have 5. Understandable.
How many do you have?
Oh, how many do I have? I have
correct
2.
You got 1.
Oh,
Zillow 1.
You got 1. So
Zillow and outside. Remember? Oh, because it's not in.
It's not in. So again, we're this is nowhere. We control our income. If you have 3 to 5 lead sources, and like I said, you will have enough appointments coming on your calendar where we don't have to say, I ain't get enough leads this month. Zillow's not out. Zillow should be the icing, not the cake. I'm telling you guys, because I'm going to teach you how to wean off of the Zillow Flex in the next year or 2. And you build your database from that. So you're not paying a lot, this 40%. So we use the lead sources to help us to build our pipeline, but we don't live there forever. Like my kids are not going to stay here till they're 30. That's not happening, right? You got to kick them out. They got to get on their own.
Yeah, because I got a closing from a personal, so that was like my own lead source. But like you said, it's not in follow-up boss. I just need some
icing. Some
icing. There you go.
I get it.
On half the cake.
But where's your cake?
Oh.
You ain't got no cake to put no icing on. You're just gonna be licking out of the jar.
All right.
All right. We're gonna get it together, Kaden.
Okay.
Itsu, any obstacles or successes you want to share, or both?
For this week?
Yes.
It's funny because I get busy the week I'm about to leave town, but I just got a listing agreement signed like this morning.
Good job.
And yes, going live on the 27th. I got an EBBA signed with them because they're buying and selling.
Right. Good job.
Yeah. They were one of the people I transferred, so they got ZHL transferred. So at least I got the ZHL for this month. Yeah, we got them with Rovik's team. And I have a meeting at 6 p.m. today to go over an offer with another client to submit an offer tonight. So hopefully that goes good.
Got it. Awesome. All right, guys. So great job. So again, those of you who I'm coaching with, your notes will be in your follow-up boss, your action steps, guys. And here's what I want next time when we talk about obstacles and successes. I know a lot of times the result is what we talk about, which is the house on the contract, got a listing. That is the byproduct. I would love for you to share your system is being built. I got my follow-up boss moving. I got my campaign set up. I want you to talk like the business owner that your system is being built. I went from 15 to 20 active deals in my pipeline. I went from 0 to 3 in my 0 to 3 months. I'm now getting closer to the 5. So I want to hear that your company is being built. We know that you sell coffee, right? If you're Starbucks, But if you're improving the operations on the inside, you're hiring the right leaders, the machines are working well, you're getting A+ from your, like, that's what I want to hear, because we know that the result is coffee.
Okay.
Right. But and the result is listings and closings. But I want to hear every single week or every 2 weeks when we meet, how you're building your pipeline and your database and your company. That's what I want to hear. How is that going? And then you're gonna feel differently, because once it's built and you maintain it, the deals just come. They come because you already, it just flows through your system that's already has the systems already set up. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
All right, guys. Awesome. I will see you. So we're gonna get some more new agents on here next week. So those of you who had your pipeline review this week, you could just come next week and listen if you want, just to hear some feedback, because just so we can hear how other agents are building their business and building their systems. And this is what I believe in, is that more teams and coaches out there building how to sell, and we're going to do all that. But this is where I think is missing. No one is building the business. No one is building the pipeline.
Right.
And it's just, you do a sale and you go, yeah, I did a sale. And then you're like, where's my next sale coming from? Right? Because we didn't build a pipeline. All right, guys, enjoy yourself.
So next week, next week, this time, 1 o'clock, in the same,
right? If you want to join this, correct. This is optional for my coaching clients. I know I see you guys.
I want to come. I want to hear.
If you want to come, you can come here at 1 o'clock.
All right, thanks.
All right, guys. Take it easy.
Bye. Take care.
Please.